be dealing with taxation, which is grade 12 maths late topic. This is question 4. It's read, Mr. Chavalala is a 32 years old man that works for box fashion. He oversees the packaging of the boxes that must be distributed to the customers. He received a monthly gross income of 32,542 rands and 80 cents. He contributes 7.5% toward his pension fund. Mr. Chavala is married and has 4 children. He contributes toward a medical aid for himself and his family. Our first question here, which is 4.1.1, it says that we must calculate Mr. Chavalala annually taxable income. So what we know is that we are having our monthly taxable income, and for us to calculate annually taxable income, we have our monthly gross income, and for us to calculate our annual taxable income, we must first determine our monthly taxable income. Then we multiply that monthly taxable income by 12 to get our annual taxable income. So the first step that we need to do, let's look at our gross income is given, right? Our gross income is monthly. We have 32,542 and 80 cents. This is our monthly gross income. So the annual gross income, now we do the calculation. The annual gross income is going to be 32,542 and 80 cents. We multiply this by 12 to find our annually gross income. So we are going to say 32,542 and 80 cents. We multiply this by 12. 32,542 and 80 cents multiplied by 12. I found 390,000. I find that is 390,513 and 60 cents. This is the amount that you earn in a year. But you should not forget, this is what? This is the annual gross income. We cannot use the gross income to do our calculations. And the question wants us to do what? To calculate the annual taxable income. So now we are going to say annually taxable income is going to be this 390,513 and 60 cents minus 7.5% of the very same amount. Minus 7.5% of the very same amount of 390,513 and 60 cents. We must remove the pension fund. That's the only thing that we need to do. So now we are going to say 390513,60 minus, let me find the product that side, 0.5 divided by 100 multiply by 390,513 and 60 cents. I find this amount, the product there is 29,288 and 52 cents. Then the product here, 390,000 and 513 and 60 cents minus 29,288 and 52 cents. We find that is 361,225 rands and 80 cents. This is the annual taxable income of Mr. Chabalala. How did we calculate it? We converted the gross income, the monthly gross income, into the annual gross income by multiplying that gross income that was given on the statement by 12. After that, we found that is 390,513 and 60 cents. Then from that annual gross income, we remove the pension fund. This 7.5 over 100 is the pension fund. We must also remove the pension fund. We should not forget the pension fund in this case is treated as what? As a non-taxable. So our taxable income here is 361,225 and 8 cents. Let's move to the next question. Next question is 4.1.2. It says that we must calculate medical tax credit for the 2024 financial year. So medical credit, we're going to say medical credits. We know that is 6 people. You should not forget that name. And we said the first 2 people they are going to pay 728. We are using 2024. The question wants us to use the 2024 medical credit. So the first 2 people, they will be paying 728 plus 728. And then the last 4, each one of them will be paying 246. I'm gonna say 246 4 times. 246, 46, 246. So how many people do you have in this family? We're having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first person is 728 is going to be a main member, the first dependent, and the additional members. So when we add this amount, we found that in a month they will be paying 7 to 8 plus 7 to 8 plus 246 plus 246 plus 246 plus 246. I found that in a month they will be paying 2,440. Then we multiply this by 12 because they want us to calculate the annually medical credit. Multiply by 12. We found that in a year he's paying 29,280 rands. So this is our medical credit for Mr. Chabalala in the year 2024. And then we go to 4.1.3. Calculate Mr. Chabalala's monthly tax contribution. So for us to be able to calculate tax, we're going to use the first answer and the second answer. The first answer of 4.1.1, don't forget we calculated the annual taxable. So because we have our annual taxable, we go to our tax brackets and locate the tax brackets of Mr. Chabalala. And we found that because he's earning 361,000, it falls under tax brackets number 2. So we copy down tax bracket number 2 without changing anything. That is our first step. So if you look at tax bracket number 2, it's written as 42,678 plus the 26% of taxable. 26% of taxable income above 237,100 rands. So after copying the second brackets down, which is our taxable income, we go to this taxable income and we begin to talk with it. The word taxable income is what we have calculated on the first question And if you remember, the first question we said we are getting what? 361,225 rands and 8 cents. The word above, we're going to replace the word above by minus. And then the word of only means multiplication. We can just put a bracket here. So meaning that the next step, we are just going to substitute in the equation. So this is how we substitute. We are just going to say 42,678 plus 26% can be written as 26 over 100 in brackets. Instead of writing taxable income, we are now going to write 361,225 and 8 cents. The word above, like I said, we replace the word above by minus 237,100. So now we have our taxable income replaced by numbers. We go on and use this word, smash. What is the meaning of the word smash? S, the first S, or all these S that you see here stand for subtraction. We subtract. M stand for multiplication. A stand for addition. This S again, subtraction. H, hospital. We talk about the medical credit. That's what we are going to do. So let's begin to work. Tax. We all know that we work from right to left. We don't touch anything at the beginning of this statement, which is 42,678 plus 26 over 100. Multiply by the difference inside the brackets. So inside the brackets, we are having 361,225 and 808 cents minus 237,100. So our answer, we find our answer to be 124,125 cents. Let me erase this part to get a space. The next step is the multiplication. We are going to have 42,678 plus, and then we are going to have 26 over 100 multiply by 124,125 rands and 8 cents, which is 32,272 and 5208. It's very much important to avoid the rounding off while you are still calculating, especially if you are not sure how to round off. The next step, addition. We just have to add the two to say 42,678 plus 32,272, 5208. Our answer here, after adding, we find 74,950 rands and 5208. So this person is supposed to be paying this amount for tax. So after reaching this step, that's where we go to the next S, this one, the subtraction again. We said is for what? Hospital and the rebates. We're gonna say minus rebates and minus medical. Rebates and medical. So we proceed. We are now going to have 74,950 50,5208 minus rebates. Rebates, the age of the person, he's 32 years, meaning that he qualified for the first rebates only. Under the year 2024, the relief on the 2024 year, it was 17,235 minus medical aid. We calculated medical aid on the next question number 2. Question number 2, medical aid, it was 29,280. Then from here we find the difference, minus 17,235 minus 29,280. Find that my answer is 28,432.35 and 5208. And then the question wanted us to calculate the monthly tax contribution. Because of the monthly tax contribution, we divide here by 12. Divide by 12, we found that monthly Mr. Chawalala is going to pay 2,369 and 63 cents. Our answer ended there. So this is how you calculate the tax payable by Mr. Chawalala on that year. Moving to the next question, which is 4.1.4. Mr. Chawalala's mother is 65 years old and a taxable income of 10,321 rands per month. Mr. Chawalala claimed that his mother is earning below the tax threshold for 2024. Thus, she is not supposed to contribute towards personal tax. When we look at this threshold, her age is 65 years old, meaning that looking at the tax threshold, we have 65 years and older. 2024, they have to at least earn above this amount for them to pay tax in a year. So his mother, we are going to calculate his mother's annually taxable income. If it's above this amount, she have to pay tax. But if it's below this amount, she is not supposed to pay tax. His claim is going to be correct. So let's do that. The saying is his mother, name Chawalala's mother annually taxable. The annual taxable is going to be 10,321 rands multiplied by 12. We just multiply that by 12. 10,321 multiplied by 12. We found that in a year she's earning 103,210. And if you can look at this amount, it's less than the minimum amount a person at the age of 65 and older supposed to earn for them to qualify to pay tax. So because she's earning less than this amount, she is not supposed to pay tax. The claim is correct. Her income is below the tax threshold. Her income, if I hope you can see, her income is below. Is below how much? 148,217. Therefore, his statement is correct. His statement is correct. The next question, 4.1.5. 4.1.5, show how the fixed amount of 179,147 in tax bracket number 5 was calculated. So now they want us to prove how this amount was calculated, which is tax bracket number 5. So tax bracket number 5, this is very simple. You go to tax bracket number 5. If you look at tax bracket number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it ends with 673,000. 673,000. You subtract the amount that we have inside in brackets number 4, which is 512,800. That's what you need to do. You take the amount that we have in tax bracket number 5, we subtract with the amount that we have in tax brackets number 4. So we are going to have 673,000 minus 512,800. We find that our answer here is 160,200. Then the answer that you got, you multiply it by 36%. We multiply this by 36%. 36%. Then we're just gonna say 36 over 100 multiplied by 160,200 rands. We find that our answer is 57,672. And then after getting that amount, you add with 121,475. So we add there, we found that it's going to be 121,475 plus 57,672. We found that our final answer is 179,147. This is how you prove that amount, how it was calculated. It's very simple. You just move backward. We just move backward. You do the very same calculation, but you move backward. So this is how that amount was calculated. Questions and comments, please don't forget to leave them on the comment section. Must also not forget to subscribe and suggest this YouTube channel to people who are doing grade 12. Thank you very much for watching. We'll meet on the next video.